thing.
Yeah,
In
we don't
movies and
have them
TV
in
shows,
Germany
everyone
at
drinks out of
all.
them at parties.
Wow. Hi and welcome back. So I'm learning more and more about American things that are just only used in America, and today we get 11 more common things that don't exist outside the USA. So I'm very excited to see what this is all about. But before we go into it, please make sure to hit a like and a subscribe if you love the content. It would help me so much. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's go into a reaction.
Chocolate chip cookies, dental floss, traffic lights, all great American inventions.
Oh,
These things
the
originate
traffic lights are from America as well. I didn't know that. I thought always that they are from Germany because, you know, we are the car country. So I thought like basically most car signs and traffic lights are also from Germany. But hey, thank you US for that. Thank you US for that.
in America, but are now all over the world. But if you think that everything American is in every other country, then you'd be wrong. There are some things you just don't see outside of the USA. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to look at 11 common things that don't exist outside the USA. Before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too. Coming up first, we have medical and lawyer ads. If you're not from the USA but have gone to visit, I'm sure you switched on the TV and heard this phrase. Ask your doctor if this product is right for you. And then, most likely, a big list of scary warnings and side effects. This is something that only happens in America, and it's advertising for medical products.
No.
Outside the USA...
No, that also happens in Germany. And we have always the sentence, please ask your pharmacist or doctor for advice. So in Germany, this is quite common, especially like for older people or like for, you know, painkillers, stuff like this. That is pretty common.
It's weird to see commercials for medical-related things. Most people would just go to their doctor and get what their doctor suggests. But in the USA, it's common to see medical things advertised as if they were any other product. But medical ads aren't the only odd advertising you'll see in the USA. Another thing you'll often see is adverts for lawyers.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not talking about Saul Goodman.
You don't have ads for lawyers at all in Germany, I think. I've never seen one. Of course, you can make, you know, a nice post on your website and stuff like this, but not like in TV or stuff. Is this really a thing in the US?
From Breaking Bad. Believe it or not, that's not just in TV shows. In the USA, lawyers really do advertise on TV. Did you know that 60% of the world's lawyers reside in the USA?
60%? Like more than half are in the USA.
Most litigious country in the world. This means the most lawsuits come from inside the USA. Next up is spray cheese.
Are you then scared that you get sued, or are those lawsuits only between companies? Because, you know, I think the biggest companies in the world are in the US. Or is this also between private persons? Tell me more about that.
When you think of cheese, you probably think France. Luxurious French cheese is a staple of fine dining around the world. But the USA has a different kind of dairy-based delicacy. That is spray cheese.
Oh
cheese
yeah, I heard about that.
In the USA. In fact, the USA is the world's largest consumer of cheese. But America also loves convenience, and that's why cheese can be bought in a can in the USA. Now, spray cheese is actually only 51% cheese. By law, to call a product what it is, it must be at least half that product. So that's why it's only 51% cheese, not a percentage higher. The other 49% is flavorings, protein, and ingredients. Spray cheese has been big in the USA since the 1960s, and it's even sold in various flavors. For example, cheddar, bacon, and even American flavor. I wonder what that is.
American flavor.
Next up is garbage disposals. I'm sure you've seen in movies and TV shows how Americans throw their food scraps into the sink. You may think, what happens to them? Do they just sit there? Well, no, they go into what's called a garbage disposal.
Okay.
These things actually only exist in the USA. In other countries, food scraps would be put in the kitchen bin. But why is it that only in America do they use garbage disposals? Well, the reason why is because in many other countries, it's banned. This is because it's not very environmentally friendly. That's because all of the food is mixed in with the general water waste. This then at some point must be filtered out. So it wastes a lot of energy, but it is convenient. Next up is college sports.
Do you have a garbage disposal in your home, or do you do waste separation just in your rubbish bins?
Loves sports, whether it's cricket in India, football in Spain, or baseball in the USA. But only in the USA are they obsessed with college sports. Every country professional sport leagues, and the USA is no exception.
But I love it. I love the whole college football culture. I really love that. I also did a few videos, and I will definitely do more about that. I really love the culture there. Please hit like and subscribe. It would help me so much. Thank you.
The USA is that they love college sports as much as regular professional sports. No other country gets behind colleges as much as the USA does.
Yeah.
If you ask people in other countries if they can name a college team of any other sport, chances are they can't. In other countries, college sports...
I don't think we have even college teams in Germany, to be honest. I think we don't have them.
not broadcast on TV, and they also don't make any money at all, as opposed to the millions made in US college sports. In the USA, college football brings in thousands of spectators to fill up stadiums. But in other countries, college football games are lucky if they even get the friends and family of the people involved watching. Also, the biggest stadiums in the USA are pretty much all college football stadiums.
Really, the biggest ones?
Stadiums in the USA, all
So
50
the stadiums of the college football are bigger than the ones of the NFL? Is it true?
in our college football stadiums, the largest of which being the Michigan Stadium, which can hold over 100,000 fans.
Wow.
Next up is white teeth.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered why all Americans seem to have great white teeth? It seems for some reason people in the USA are obsessed with getting the perfect teeth. And by perfect, I mean white and straight. Americans actually spend more money than any other country to make sure their teeth are white and straight.
I have to say, I don't know what it is. My dentist told me I have just different bacteria in my mouth, but my teeth, although I don't drink coffee or stuff, always get more yellow. So I always think actually about that as well, because I like white teeth, of course, also a little bit more. But it's not like that I don't brush them or anything. So is this really a thing in the US? Let me know. And is this quite expensive, or when so many people do it, maybe very cheap there? Tell me more about that. Maybe I should do that in the US then.
All the money that's spent on getting white and straight teeth, that does not necessarily mean they're more healthy. For example, the British are often mocked for their bad teeth. But according to a Harvard University study, British teeth are actually more healthy than American teeth.
Really?
Trust me, not all Brits look like Austin Powers. One reason why this may be is because in the UK, under 18s can get braces for free. However, in America, they're very expensive, and there's a good reason for that. According to a study by New York Mag, in the USA, good teeth can be the difference between getting a second date and not. Apparently, 38% of Americans will turn someone down for a second date if they have bad teeth. And
Really?
60% of Americans say they perceive someone as smarter if they have straight white teeth. Next up is Black Friday. If you're not from the USA, you may not understand why everyone goes so crazy on this day every single year. Black Friday is the name given to the
we
day.
have it in Germany as well, but it's probably not as crazy as it is in the US. And mostly like American shops like Amazon and stuff like this do that, or online shops, so not like actual shops in the streets.
After Thanksgiving, which is another American holiday. The term Black Friday came about because of the amount of accidents and sometimes even violence shoppers create.
Ooh.
People go crazy for all the deals in the stores, and sometimes there are riots just to get into a shop. Black Friday has expanded to other countries, for example the UK. But videos of Black Friday in other countries have gone viral for different reasons. That's because no one really cares about Black Friday in other countries. And shops often only get 1 or 2 extra visitors than on a normal day. Billions of dollars are spent in the USA every time
I would say Black Friday is definitely a thing, and many people, I see it like with family and friends, they always are like, if it's then, around October and they have to buy a new thing, they're always like, maybe I should wait till Black Friday, stuff like this. So I actually think that Black Friday has a great impact, maybe not as big as in America.
Black Friday rolls around. But it seems the rest of the world just isn't into it. Next up is solo cups. If you're American, this may come as a surprise, but red solo cups are seen as a very American thing.
Yeah,
in
we don't
movies and
have them
TV
in
shows,
Germany
everyone
at
drinks
all.
out of them at parties.
Wow.
And many tourists actually bring back a red solo cup to their own countries when going to America. That's because it's seen as a piece of American
Why don't we have them in Germany? I mean, I think plastic, everything out of plastic was banned anyways in Germany. So we only have paper stuff. But why don't we have them in red?
Although many Americans don't realize this. In other countries, people simply drink from beer bottles or glasses, but in the USA, they use red plastic solo cups. Next up is free refills.
Oh yeah.
When I was dining in the USA once, a waiter came up to me and said, "Would you like me to refill your drink?" I said no because the drink was kind of expensive, and they looked at me like I was crazy. That's because it is typical in any
I would do the exactly same thing. I have to be honest. I'm always, I'm a guy that doesn't want to spend more than he needs to, because, I could spend, especially on drinks, because you can drink stuff at your home much, much cheaper, And so I'm always like, okay, I have one drink, and then I will separate it for myself, so I save it for my time. But, in the US, I shouldn't have to do that, or I don't have to do that, and that is so much better. Yeah, it's so much better. I think, so much better, right? Than in Germany, oh my god.
American restaurant to have a free refill. In other countries, you need to pay if you wanted extra drink, but not in the USA. In other countries, if you pay for one drink, that's what you get. And many Europeans say that they find it very weird when they go to the USA and their glass gets refilled, even if they don't ask. But personally, I love it. I'm never going to turn down a free drink.
I mean, if we don't ask, that is a different thing. I mean, maybe I don't want another drink, and then, I find it, I think that the waiter should ask if he can refill or not. But maybe that's just a European aspect. What is wrong today? Perspective.
Drink. And finally on the list, we have flags. Every country has their flag, but no one shows off their flag more than the USA.
Oh, yeah.
If you drive around the USA, it's common to see people flying the American flag on their homes. Also, many buildings, schools, and businesses will have an American flag. This is something you don't see in any other country.
Only governmental buildings have a German flag, and nobody, except now for the Euros, waves ever a German flag. And if you are, you're basically thought a little bit as a Nazi in Germany, Not really, but people look at you very weird if you wave a German flag and think, what is wrong with you? So we never wave a German flag. I think actually probably there are more American flags in Germany than the actual Germans one that are flown, because I see them quite often, but not German flags at all.
According to research, over 150 million American flags are sold every year, and it's not exactly known why people in the USA love to show their flag off so much. Worldwide, the USA flag is the second most famous flag after the Union Jack, but no other country waves their flag as much as they do in the USA. Vote in the poll in the top right corner the most interesting common thing that doesn't exist outside the USA. I think it's spray cheese.
Yeah, tell me in the comments, which is the thing that maybe they didn't mention, which you have never seen anywhere outside the US, which you can't live without, or you always see in America. I would definitely love to know more about that, because I think it also always gives you a great perspective about the culture, Waving the flag means being probably more proud or more proud to show where you're from than not doing it, for example. Or, for example, the garbage disposal maybe means, okay, convenience is more important than actual than actual costs, stuff like this. And I think you can always draw some very interesting conclusions from what is different or what people do there, what they don't do here. So, for example, we in Germany have a quite interesting thing for eggs opening, which nobody ever has anywhere in any other country, because we want to have our eggs exactly great opened, because we are German and like precision. So yeah, that talks also very much about our culture. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video as well as I did, and keep liking, subscribing, and we see each other in the next video. Bye!